afternoon, peace and blessings. I just want to continue on what I usually make my content about, which is spiritual warfare and the correlation between, narcissism and being attached to demonic spirits. Whether it may be Jezebel, Ahab, Leviathan, Python, being an agent for the kingdom of darkness, NPC. Today I want to, continue on a segment which I usually do, in a few previous videos, which is, I use one word and I give like a sort of reminiscent of a soliloquy off that word. And today I just want to use the word reality. I'm in my wilderness season. Basically, I'm forced to, be surrounded by agents of the kingdom of darkness, daily, basically without choice. It is not something I choose to do. Too far I'm in a level spiritually to even be surrounded by these people, but I'm forced to demonically. It is what it is. I just have to get through the wilderness season, and resist the devil and he shall flee. Submit to God and the devil will flee. But you have to realize that agents of the kingdom of darkness are under demonic spirits, so they cannot, accept reality. It is embedded in them biologically, spiritually, a warped reality. Narcissism is being in your own reality. So you have to realize this when you're going through spiritual warfare, that these demonic agents wish that for you. They wish you to be in the same reality as them. But if you are chosen like myself, the light of this world, or if you are a true lover of God, truly connected to God, that is not your life. You are of this world, but you're not in this world. They do not seek to understand that. They can't understand it, because of the demons that handle them, they're their vessel. They will not be able to understand it. So the things that they do, like witchcraft and all types of things, witchcraft is one of the basic, most used, tactics from the devil. He just seeks to witchcraft you, to warp your reality, to make you succumb to the spirit of fear, confusion, anger, whatever it may be, for your tactics that the devil uses against you, that he has lined up like dominoes to stack against you, to make you fall or whatever it may be. But he doesn't realize, God carries you. People don't realize, that are under demonic, strongholds or under demonic, control, that, nobody in the world's existence has ever beaten God at the game of life, at the game of, picking people to do things that God needs to be done. In the Bible, it says, whatever God has set in place, no man can undo. So I'm pretty sure that no one can combat God and actually win. It is impossible. But the devil put everything in your place to stop you from understanding this notion, to stop you from understanding this knowledge, this spiritual information, that the devil, really has no authority over you, more than what you give him. These people already gave themselves over to the devil, by living a sinful life, living in repetitious sin, living carnal-minded, living reprobated-minded. They already gave their vessel over to the devil. So now the world is a simulation for those who haven't. Whether you may be chosen like myself, or whether you may be just a true lover of God, maybe just truly just a lover of Yahweh and Yeshua's teachings. This is a simulation. This is the Matrix. I call it the Matrix. A lot of people call it the Matrix, who are chosen, who make spiritual content like myself. They call it the Matrix. People are splitting up their souls, in 50,000 fragments, every other month or something or so, and to gain energy, because they're energy vampires and narcissists, but, that is, really bringing you, that's dragging you closer to hell. And these are the things that witchcraft you, try to exploit their life, try to like compare your life to them, but not understanding that you literally follow every rule that Yahweh has set in place for you. Like you live a opposite yin yang-ish lifestyle. These people run the sin. You're trying to fight your sin. So it's like it doesn't the things that the devil tries to use against you literally is his downfall. In the end, you'll see, you become more spiritually enlightened. You'll understand it, what I'm saying, exactly what I'm saying. You might not understand it now listening, but once you get to the middle ground of your spiritual journey, whichever you may be in, isolation or wilderness, or at the end of your breakthrough, you'll understand completely what I'm saying. Everything that the devil stacks against you literally is his downfall, because it is not reminiscent of the life that you actually live. He's going to witchcraft. And he's going to dangle people's lives in front of you like keys. All his demonic agents that he stacked up in your life, to go against you, to witchcraft you, but you do not live their lives. They are living a hell-bound life. So when you truly connected to God, when you truly have spiritual enlightenment, when you truly, connect yourself to Yahweh, when you truly, walk in your chosen purpose, when you truly do the things that God has set in place in your life, it will not affect you because it's not your life. You know, the devil, you know, the devil realizes this, but he will just seek to just do things, you know, just to, you know, I call it killing the shot clock. The devil, you know, when the devil loses, you know, he drags things out. He just has to drag things out to the very last second until God, you know, pushes him out your life completely. That's just how it works. That is the test from God. It is a test from God when you're in your wilderness season to see how far you will lean on God's own understanding and not your own. Or you will succumb to the devil's, you know, fear tactics, shame tactics, witchcraft, confusion tactics, you know, whatever it may be, you know, the devil will try to stack up against you. And sometimes it may be all of them. For myself, it is all of them. That is how much strong I am, you know, spiritually in the spiritual realm. That is how much of a force, you know, my soul is in the spiritual realm. That the devil has lined up every single, you know, demonic tactic that he has in his bag, you know, to go against me. And none have worked. Because I understand, you know, that, you know, the person I was when I was first activated and the person I am now is two totally different people. You know, I actually read the Bible every day. I pray every day. You know, I preach, you know, what you hear right now. You know, I'm literally a totally different person. You know, the devil doesn't understand this. People won't understand it. But, you know, they'll have to just push the issue because because that's what they do. You know, that's what demonic agents do. They just push the issue. Because there is no, you know, balance. There's no cohesiveness, you know, in the kingdom of darkness. It's just all chaos and confusion and free for allness. It is just everybody, you know, living their own, you know, quote unquote, you know, my own God lifestyle, you know, trying to do things demonically, but they're all, you know, under the devil, you know, which makes no sense, you know, totally. In totality, that makes no sense to me. You know, everyone lives their I'm my own God lifestyle. I'm a goddess or God, you know, but you're under the devil. You're under, and the devil, you know, has demons, you know, that are controlling your vessel. So you're under you're under a Freemason person in the physical realm. Then you're under demons, and then you're under the devil. So it's just like, how are you your own God? That is a very fact that people do not live in reality. They do not understand what reality is anymore. They believe that life is a game. They believe that this life is a joke. They believe that their purpose in this life is to live up their sin, live every sinful desire, and just burn in hell. That is their purpose now. You know, once you give your vessel over to the kingdom of darkness, it is your purpose to just run to and do and partake in every single sin that the Bible tells you not to do until you burn out in hell. That is their purpose. You know, but they will not understand that you are a chosen one or you are a true lover of God and you actually live an opposite lifestyle. So the things that these people do with their souls, their vessels, mean nothing to you. It wouldn't matter to you. You know, that's kind of a handicap the devil has. It is a handicap. But he will seek to just, you know, dangle, you know, everyone that you know is, you know, demonically, you know, who's under demonic control, you know, like keys, you know, dangle them right in your face, you know, their lifestyles, how they destroy their vessels, you know, on a weekly basis or whatever it may be, whatever they may be doing demonically, you know, dangle them like keys, you know, in your face, you know, like it is your soul, which is a handicap because actually you are actually cleaning your soul. You are actually most likely celibate. You are most likely, you know, preaching. You are most likely living in your godly purpose. You are most likely praying every day. You're most likely fasting. You are most likely living, you know, a godly, you know, a spiritually light lifestyle. You're most likely bearing your cross daily. So, you know, what people do with their own souls matter none to you. But the devil has to just do what the devil does, which is waste time. The devil understands that, you know, he has to drag every soul that he can to hell, you know, because his time is short. You know, if you look in the news, if you look at what's going on, you know, in this world, you know, the mark of the beast is here. You know, Elon Musk made the Neuralink recently. He tested on the first human. The mark of the beast is here. Our time on this earth is being cut short. It's being cut in half. People are not aware of this. Demonic agents are aware of this, but they just cannot react to it. They cannot, you know, because they're demonic agents. They're puppets. They're forced to live this lifestyle. You know, to trap anyone who is not under demonic control. It is what it is. You know, the things that you'll go through demonically are very foolish, are very of a handicap because everyone lives in their own reality. Other than this one, other than the actual reality, which is God is almighty, God is all powerful, God is the creator of the devil, God is the creator of authorities, you know, whether it may be, you know, the government, whether it be the army, whether it be the, you know, whatever it may be, you know, in your country, your state, you know, your city, you know, God is the creator of all things. So God has the say so in everything that goes on in this world. You know, people just lack the basic knowledge of that anymore because they're demonic agents, they're demonic puppets, they're agents of the kingdom of darkness. I think the devil won't allow them to actually comprehend this notion, you know, until maybe they repent or not. But most people will just want to seek, to live in that reality that they may live through the devil. They'll take the 3 nickels, and the ability to, purchase their own things, and they'll just, sit down and just enjoy, their golden ticket to hell. I mean, that's what people do. They take 3 nickels, a below middle class life, and the ability to, purchase your own things, which you were doing before, the war was in the fallen state anyway, but I guess, it may be socially the best option for people, because people are they're more of a social creature. They'd rather live their best social life than actually live their best total life, and a life in totality, spiritually, vibrationally, morally, intelligently. People would just rather their social life look the best that they possibly can make it than to actually live everything else in their life, enhance it. That is what people do. That is what people are under. That is what the devil has people doing. That is what's going on in this world. It is not reality, though. In reality, this world is in a fallen state. If your church, if your congregation, if your spiritual peers are not talking about this, preaching this, stressing this, they are under the kingdom of darkness. They're not of the kingdom of light. Anyone who's truly connected to God realizes that this world is in a fallen state. Everything that the Bible preaches about the end times is happening right now. You see it every day. So if people are not talking like that, people are not acting like that, people are not living like that, obviously they are under the kingdom of darkness. This is just blatantly obvious. The kingdom of darkness can't even hide anymore. It's just blatant fact. They got people, music videos, dancing on the devil and all these type of, people don't even hide anymore. It's like and I feel like God, truly, the gift of discernment, thanks to, through Yahweh, I just realized that God allows people to become comfortable with their sin. And then he yanks it away. He yanks your comfortability away from you. That is what God does. That's what he did in 2024. That's what he did in 2023. He allows you to be comfortable and gets used to going against him and think you're going to win. And he yanks, your hopes and dreams and right under your nose. That's what God does. Because no one in the history of this earth's existence has defeated God, has ever got one over on God, and never will. That is just reality. It is impossible. It is impossible to do, because the same person that controls you was created by Yahweh. That is impossible. It will never happen in the existence of earth till Jesus comes and gets us. It will never happen. It never will. It is impossible. Whoever was turned over to the kingdom of darkness was meant to do that because of their heart, because of their spirit, because of the person that they are. They were never a lover of God from the get-go, from the beginning, from birth. From growing up, from adolescence. They were demonic in how they carried themselves since adolescence. They were meant to be given over to the kingdom of darkness. Can they repent? Yes. Are they given a chance to repent? Yes. But have they? Most people have not. 2020 was 4 years ago. I don't know anyone in my state, in my tri-state area, that has repented, that is a chosen one like me, or that is a lover of God like me, that is a true lover of God. I don't know anyone in the tri-state area. I'm the only chosen one. I'm the only one left who really truly loves God and lives his life in a bearing my cross fashion daily. Who actually truly wants to bear my cross and love God. And and I'm being subliminally persecuted for it. But that is just what comes with it. Is paying your dues. Because to live a blessed life in totality, you have to pay your dues. And the devil understands this. The devil understand this, agents of the kingdom of darkness understand it, so they'll put things in your place in front of you to block you, to scare you, to stop you from getting to your breakthrough. Because they understand that once you get to your breakthrough, the devil won't be able to stop you anymore. All you have to do is just believe in God, and most likely the person that you are, not I am, I already believe in God. That is the bare minimum, to believe in God. So if all I have to do to continue to live a blessed life is believe in God, that's pretty simple. So I will live a blessed life in totality. Once I get to my breakthrough, it is soon to come, to be honest, because the devil has really nothing that he can throw at me that I have not seen, that I have not conquered, that I have not defeated, that I have not rebuked, 50 million times. It just is what it is. It's just a waiting game, the devil. It's just God opening doors, God, doing things in the spiritual side, setting things in motion, and the devil just pushing to the last second. That is all. When you go through your wilderness journey, you'll understand exactly what I'm saying. Your wilderness season, you'll understand exactly what I'm saying. The devil is going to throw everything in the book that he has demonically at you in repetition simultaneously, because he understands that your breakthrough will bring others with you, and that is going to shake up the matrix. That is going to destroy a lot of the things demonically that the devil has in place. But the devil cannot win, because everyone that he has in place, that is under, demonic handling, that is under demonic control, that is under demonic, strongholds, does not live in actual reality. They run from their reality. They live in shame. They live in ignorance. They live in insecurity. They run from their reality, so they cannot actually do anything, to attribute to this reality, just the reality that they have created for themselves. So you living as a true lover of God, as a person who bears their cross daily, you actually live in this reality. So you always push forward regardless of what the devil does. Everyone he sins against you, does not live in this reality, does not function in this reality. Because if they did, they would melt. They wouldn't be able to function. That is a handicap. You have to spiritually be able to understand this and get through whatever you have to get through to get to your breakthrough. Do not let the devil stop you from your breakthrough. Nothing the devil does will stop you from your breakthrough if you understand who you are, who you will be, and who God sees you as, and hang your hat on that. That is all. And believe in God as big as a mustard seed. That is all it takes. Belief in God as big as a mustard seed. A mustard seed is smaller than a penny, a nickel, a dime. That is all it takes. These demonic agents, they believe that you have so much strength, and things of that nature, because you do not fall, you do not succumb to the things that is demonic that are lined up against you. But it's just you believing in God so much that you understand that people are demonic. It is blatantly obvious how people carry themselves, very demonic. People do not carry themselves like they're church going, like people do not carry themselves like they're Pope William III. They carry themselves like they have demons every day in a repetitious loop. It is blatantly obvious. It is blatantly obvious. People do not even hide it anymore. And then they want to witchcraft you and act like you're supposed to just fall into pieces when you watch them be demonic every day in a loop. It makes no sense. It will make no sense, but it is a handicap, and it is a good thing for people who truly love God to understand this, to see this, to overstand this, that the devil's biggest handicap is the people he sends against you, because they cannot live in reality, because they will cease to function. Once you go through everything that the devil has lined up for you demonically to make you fall, to shake you up, and you understand it is demonic, you already won. Once you understand that the things that the devil does daily is demonic, you already won. That is it. That's all it takes. Belief in God and to understand that the things that are being done are demonic. That is all. Reality. You have to force yourself to bear your cross daily, which is a struggle at times. Yes, even myself. I'm still very young. I still lust for women, but I cannot have sex with these women because they're not spiritually aligned with Yahweh. It will add curses to my life again, and I do not seek to do that. I've been 11 months celibate. I've been cleaning up my soul while the devil has been throwing people, dangling people's souls in front of my face like keys who are destroying theirs. It does not correlate with what I'm doing, but, the devil just, he has to push the issue. He has to just see that whatever he uses, whatever tactics he may have, maybe something will work. That's what the devil does. He fishes. He energy fishes. He has these people energy fishing to see whatever they may try, whatever they may say, whatever they may think will work, should work, but it will not. Because you live a biblical structured life. And everything that these people do is demonic. It is blatantly. So it's like, how can you, dangle a demonic lifestyle in front of my face and expect me to, not realize, because I'm going to read the Bible. It's going to say everything that you're witchcrafting is demonic anyway. So that is a handicap that the devil has. You have to spiritually understand this. That is a handicap. That is one of your biggest weapons against the devil. People's lack of the ability to live in the actual reality that we are in. They're forced to live in a warped reality, a warped sense of self, a grandiose sense of self. They're so worried about ego and how they feel about things that they do nothing for the devil. They only do things of the ego, which is a handicap. Everything that they witchcraft you for is for their ego, not for the devil, not to actually, spiritually shake you up, just for their ego. Not for the devil, not for the demons that handle their vessel, for their own ego. However they may feel about who you are, the light that you carry. They'll see the light that you carry, be instantly offended, instantly realize that they are not the perfect being that they, tell themselves they are, and start witchcraft. And that's all people do. That's all people. That is the devil's biggest handicap. But it's because you're like, how can you do demonic things on a daily, yearly, monthly, every second of the day, and then watch a person live godly, try to be reminiscent of Jesus Christ in their walk in this physical realm, and then expect them to, melt or something when you are telling them that you have demons, and they do not. I do not understand the things that the devil does because it makes no sense. But you have to realize people are under the spirit of witchcraft. They're under a spell demonically to not be able to snap back, not be able to spiritually wake up, not be able to snap back into reality. You have to bear your cross daily. Belief in God is big as a mustard seed. Know who you are. Walk your purpose every day. It will not be easy. Everything in this world will not be handed to us just because we are chosen. You have to grab it. You have to earn your place in heaven. You have to pay your dues, which I'm doing right now, which others have done before me. You have to earn your place. Nothing is given. Everything in this demonic world that these demonic agents have is given easily. They gave up. They gave their souls over to the devil. They took the easy route out in life, and they seek everyone around them to live the same self-destructive life as them, and they wish that for you. You cannot give these people your soul. That is foolishness. These people are spiritually dead, but they also, a lot of them who are under demonic strongholds have the ability to repent. They have the ability to gain the light. They have the ability to give themselves back over to God, but they're under a spirit of witchcraft which blocks them from the ability to realize that. So your breakthrough will allow people to become back connected with God, and that is something the devil does not want. You breaking through, you getting your breakthrough with Yahweh, you breaking through your word in this season will bring others back to God with you. So you have to go face first, first foot forward, and combat the devil, spiritually battle the devil every day, bear your cross every day so you can bring others with you. Chosen ones live the most difficult lives. We go through the most difficult things at times. It may seem like that. Me personally, I don't feel like I went through anything difficult with God, because everything that God put in place for me, for the devil to attack me with, was very confusing. At the end, when I realized it, when I spiritually realized it, it just became confusing. It became foolish. It became like childish. To me personally, maybe you do not feel like that as a chosen one or as a lover of God, but that is my personal opinion. Everything that the devil, tried to use against me is all confusing now. It's all foolishness. It doesn't make any sense anymore to me now. But I had to go through those things to understand what spiritual warfare is, to understand what witchcraft is, to understand what a lot of things is, to understand what demonic agents are, to study them. It is your job. You have to study. You have to study witchcraft. You have to go through it. God puts you in certain positions to go through things. I used to feel the spiritual weight of witchcraft years ago. I do not feel the spiritual weight I haven't felt the spiritual weight of witchcraft in years. It's been a year and a half. People just talk. They're witchcrafting, but they just talk. But before I was spiritually connected to God, truly, I felt the weight of it spiritually. I felt the weight of it on my soul. Now I do not feel. I just hear people talking in this. So I understand that I'm truly connected to God now. I'm too far gone spiritually for the devil to really do anything now. It is too far gone. Because the people who are put in my life, my demonic handlers, my agents, they seek to do nothing but feed their own egos the whole time. They didn't actually do nothing, towards my soul, just their own egos the whole time. So it was destined to fail. And I think God understands that, because God, when he creates you, he knows who you are and what you will do. He just gives you the option to do it or not. So he understood the people that he put me in place with that, demonically would just feed their own egos the whole time, and allow me to, spiritually study them, to spiritually get stronger, to clean my soul, to do a lot of things. Right under their noses. While they're too busy feeding their own ego every day just to cope, just to not melt. Because that is their handicap. They do not live in this reality. They're narcissistic. They're demonically possessed or under demonic strongholds. They cannot live in this reality. You have to understand who you are as a chosen one or as a lover of God. The gospel that we preach, the high vibrational frequency that we give off in this physical realm, and the breakthrough that we will go through will bring others back connected to God. That is something the devil doesn't want. That is something people who are under full demonic possession don't want. That is narcissism 101. They want everyone, they project everything that they go through onto others who do, that is narcissism 101, projection. They want everyone to go through the same things that they go through. But a person who loves God and lives their life aimed towards exalting God cannot be reminiscent of a narcissist. It is just impossible. Everything that we do in life is totally, completely opposite. It doesn't make sense. So all you have to do is live in this reality. All you have to do is believe in God, is have faith in God as big as a mustard seed. Submit yourself to God and the devil will flee. And peace and blessings.